Hey guys, Zomballfish here, and today I'm going to be doing a video where basically I'm just going to be showing you how to edit and upload a pretty cool video on iMovie. So if you are a beginner to iMovie, then definitely watch this video because it's going to help you out a lot. So anyway, let's just get on with today's video. To create a new and blank video, you want to click on the Create New tab on the left hand side. You want to click Movie, don't click Creator. And then what you want to do is, if you want to quickly change the name of it, you go back to Projects and then you can basically type up whatever you want it to be called. But then what I recommend doing before you edit a video is you should probably go onto YouTube or any app that you want and find some cool files or cool music that you want to maybe use in this video or other videos, which is what I used to do my videos as seen on screen here. So basically, to import your media, obviously you click on this massive button saying Import Media. And then it will come up with all of your stuff like your desktop and on your hardware. And then obviously what you want to do is you want to click on the file that you want and then click Import Selected. Then to be able to edit your clip, you want to drag it downwards into the big space from your project media box at the top, as seen on screen here. And then there's a button on the right hand side which you can drag along the line. It basically changes how big the clip that you're editing is, and it just basically helps you to see it easier. Also, if you drag it to the right, it will make it go bigger. If you drag it to the left, it will make it go a lot smaller. Say you wanted to press play, all you have to do is press the spacebar button. And if you're seeing this big red dot on the right hand side, that's basically how you do a voice recording. Now, a voice recording is where you can basically have your voice going over in the background of the clip that you want to basically to be seen. If you want to change that so then a pause button appears, press the letter V on your keyboard. Now say you're watching your video and you wanted to delete a chunk of your video. To basically put a split in your clip, you press Command B on your keyboard, and then if you want to do that on the other side of the chunk that you want to delete, press it again, and then you click on the chunk that you want to delete and then press backspace to make it completely disappear. And then you realise you didn't want to get rid of that piece and you want to get it back, press Command Z and it will reappear. Command Z also means undo. Now say you wanted to make a certain part of your video zoomed in or make it slowly zoom in, you do the same thing of what we just did, press Command B on the edges of the part that you want to make zoomed in, and then you go up to this box icon on the top right of your screen. And then you want to click crop to fill, and then you can basically adjust it about and make it zoomed in. And you can obviously have a play about this yourself, and if you press fill, it will basically make it go back to completely normal. And then if you press Ken Burns, basically you can make it slowly zoom in or slowly zoom out. And this is just a really effective way to make your video look a bit more fancy than it would usually be. Now at the top of your screen you can see there are 5 sort of areas of different things that can basically make your editing skills improve a lot. Now I've already covered my media, so we're going to go to audio. Now on iMovie, for free, they just give you tons of different types of music, sound effects, and really cool effects that you can use. Now I'm going to try and search up cricket effects, which are on iMovie, and if nothing is coming up, then basically you just got to give it a second and re-click on it, and then it will hopefully appear pretty soon. And then basically what you can do is you can look through all of these different things. You've got effects, sound effects, and every single else. You've got theme music, so you can have a look through there and use those sound effects in your video. And say you wanted to use one of these sound effects, what you want to do is click and drag it underneath your file of your video, and basically it's going to turn green, which means it is a music or a sound effect underneath your file. So basically you're going to be hearing this but not actually seeing anything. You're still going to be seeing what is above it, which is obviously your video. And to adjust the sound, there's a little line in the middle of the clip, and basically you can be dragging that up and down to make it louder or quieter. And I recommend basically making most of your clips in the same sound range so you don't have to keep turning the video up and down. Now moving on to our titles area next to audio. Titles is basically all of your text that you can import in, and the one I like to use is called centered, and basically it's just a text that appears in the center of your screen, and what you got to do is you drag it above your clip this time. Unlike the audio where you drag it below, you drag it above it, and then basically it will appear on your screen. And if you want to change obviously what it says, you double click on it and then you can write whatever you want, and then you can also change the font, the style, and the text and everything, and the colour, and you can do whatever you want. You can have a fiddle around with that and basically make it what you want it to be. Now moving on to backgrounds. Now backgrounds is basically just a small little area where you could add in things above your file as seen on the screen here. You do the same thing, drag it above it, and basically in iMovie, how it works is whatever is above the clip you will see. Like, say you had music, above that is the file, and you're going to be seeing the file. And then say you had the file, and above that is a background, you're going to be seeing the background. You can also drag in another file above that, but basically, what you can do is you can just add in any one of these things, and if you want to have it appearing above your file or your video, drag it above it, and then basically that'll be the only thing that's appearing. Yet you won't be hearing anything from it, you'll only be hearing the stuff from your video. And if you want to change it, click on the thing up in the top left, as seen on screen here, and you can basically have a fiddle around to make it slowly fade in and out, and you can basically just go through all of the little settings for it, and you can basically just make it whatever you want. It's not too much of a use for backgrounds, it's just for something if you want to do a quick voiceover and you don't have a file, you can use that. So basically, cutaway is where it's just above it. Green screen and blue screen is if you import something above that, which is basically like a green screen effect. You then click green screen / blue screen. If you want to have it split screen, so it's on either side, then you click the split screen. If you want to have it picture in picture, which is like a face cam of a let's play video, then you can basically click picture in picture, and then you can put it in one of your corners, and then you make sure this is on 0 instead of 0.5, and then you can have a fiddle around that. You can put some like borders around it, and you could even make it have a shadow if you wanted, and basically that's how you do your face cams. And then you can just like put that above it, and then that is what it would be like. So imagine that water is actually like, you know, your face. That would look really cool. So that is how you basically import a face cam / background. Now moving on to transitions. Now transitions is basically an area where you can put in like a little transition, and it's basically a way of getting one clip to the next but making it look quite cool. So say you wanted right here to put in a transition, you wanted to put a spinning transition, you put it in between the gap as so, and then it will basically look like this on screen. If you want to make it go a little bit faster, you can basically just put a little split just before the little gap, then the spin will be a little bit faster. And you can do that with most transitions, and basically transitions is basically just a way from getting one file to the next, just making it look quite cool. Say you were doing like I use in my Minecraft video, I use a lot of transitions in my Minecraft video. Say it's like a minute later, I do a quick transition, put a cool sound effect in, like a whoosh sound effect, and then that'll make it look really cool. Now say you wanted to copy and paste a little part of your video, so you split around the edges of the part that you want to copy, and then you click on the file that you want to copy, click on it, and then press Command C, which is how you copy it, and then press Command V and it will paste it. And then you can basically just keep pressing Command V, and as seen on the screen here, you can paste it as many times as you want. And say you wanted to get rid of that and undo it, as I said earlier, you press Command Z. Now we're going to basically go along the icons at the top. So the first icon you don't really need to matter too much if you are just a beginner to iMovie. The second one is quite cool because you can basically make your clips brighter or darker and have it just completely different colours, and you can have a play about with that. But that's not the only way you can make your clips look lighter and darker or have a different tone. We're going to get onto the other ways you can do that later on, but this is just a quick and cool, easy way to do that. The next box one we've already covered, but also you can basically make your clips turn sideways and upside down pressing that button. The next one after the little box one is basically how to stabilize a shaky video. Say you're doing a vlog and you had a really shaky camera part, you can basically click on that part of the video and then you click that button, and then it will basically just it will try and make it as smooth as it can. Moving on to the next one is the volume. It's basically, we talked about earlier, of how to upper and lower the volume. And then the next one is pretty similar. It's just basically how to like reduce the background noise if you have like some music there or something. And the next one, the little speed symbol, is quite important because this is basically how you can make your videos go in reverse, which is quite cool. And then you could also reverse the pitch if you wanted to as well. And then over here where it says speed, you can either have it normal or you can put it in slow motion. This is how you get slow motion, and you can click on the 50%, 25% and 10%. 10% is the slowest, 50% is the quickest on the slow-mo. Then you can do the same thing with fast, and obviously having it 20% is going to make it go really, really fast, like extremely fast. And then you can have a freeze frame. A freeze frame is basically where it just kind of stops, and then you can like have a voiceover or something, which is what I've done a few times in this video already. Or you can basically just have your custom own thing. But if you're a beginner, I wouldn't worry too much about this sort of area. But doing slow motion and fast motion stuff is mainly the only thing you should be worrying about in this sort of speed area. And then the next one is the clip filter and the audio effect. So basically, this is how you can make your clips look really cool and have different effects on it. And if you're making a film using iMovie, this can help as well, because you've got really cool effects here, like a flashback effect. And it's just a really cool way to basically make your videos look really cool and funny. And then you can do the same with your audio effects, make the audio really, really high pitched, really low pitched, make it sound like a robot, and basically just do tons of other stuff. So that's kind of the funny sort of area where you can make your videos look even more cooler than they already are. And then the last one you don't need to worry about too much, it's just kind of the information about the clip that you have selected. Now say you have finished your video and you've done all of the 63 editing things that I have now showed you. Basically what you want to do is you want to click the button up in the top right, and basically it will come up with these little options. You don't want to click the YouTube symbol, you actually want to click file, because when you click YouTube it basically doesn't export your whole video. Basically when you click the file you can change the name of what you want it to be, but don't worry because if it's not too accurate, because when we go onto YouTube later on to upload it, you can re-change it there anyway. And when I was recording this, I didn't realise that I was going to have more than 50 tips, so I called it 50 tips for iMovie. You want to make sure the resolution is on the biggest number as well. Make sure for the format it's recording video and audio, because you want to hear both of them. And then for the quality, it depends how long you have really for this to export. So 50 megabytes for low is like really quick, like that'll take you literally 1 minute. And then if you have it on like best ProRes, then that'll take you probably about a few more minutes. So, and then you can customize it as well, but you know, you can kind of like make it as higher quality as you want. But having it 800 megabytes there, sorry, would make it, you know, take a lot more time than having it on high quality. It depends how long the video is, to be fair. And then when it says compressed at the bottom, if you have like an hour to wait, then you click better quality. But otherwise you click faster, because otherwise if you click better quality, it's going to take about an hour to save. It depends how long the video is, to be fair. And then you click next, and then you obviously can save it to your desktop. Once you are on YouTube, you click this little button on like the left hand side, but on the top right. And basically you want to click that, but then instead of clicking go live, you obviously click upload a video. And then once that has loaded, you want to click the select files to upload button. So when it goes red, click on that. And then basically you go to where you saved your video, and then you obviously click on that and then click open. And then basically now you have got to this page, you can pretty much just change the title of what you want to do. I'm just quickly using my episode 6 of Minecraft as an example, but basically you can just change it to whatever you want. Obviously here I would do 50 tips for iMovie, or you can basically have the title whatever you want. And then over here you can put it to either public, unlisted, private or scheduled. So I'm going to put it to private because I don't actually want this to be uploaded. But if you want to put it to scheduled, that's basically where you can you can say when you want it to be uploaded. And then you can add it to a playlist. If you don't have one already, you can create a new one. And then custom thumbnail, I'm basically going to be going on to that in a second. But for the description you can write whatever you want. I'll just put this video is a practice maybe, or a test. And then in the tags you don't need to worry about that too much, since you are just a beginner, you don't need to worry about that much. And then the other ones you don't really need to worry about, like at the top. Apart from the advanced settings, the only thing I would advise you to change is the category, depending what it is, if it is either film and animation and all of that stuff. And obviously for this I would probably say it's film and animation, because I'm helping you film something, and I don't think there's a real editing one on there. And then basically for the custom thumbnail, I'm going to explain something here. I'm going to be making another video, not today, but pretty soon, hopefully this week, of how to make a really cool thumbnail and how I make my thumbnails. So if you want to know how to make thumbnails, make sure to keep checking the description every day and keep checking on my channel for that video to be uploaded, because I'll leave a link to it once it is uploaded. And then you click done, and then that is basically it. And obviously if you want to change your thumbnail, you click custom thumbnail, and obviously once you have watched my other video of how to make a thumbnail, then you can pretty much just, you know, copy that to your desktop and then find the thumbnail that you want. So guys, if you did enjoy this video, make sure to smash a like. Hopefully you are going to use and enjoyed the 75 easy tips for beginners on iMovie, and I shall see you all in my next video.